Excellent. Let's get it. All right. So we're going to build lead generating content engine in 60 minutes. All right. So we're doing this live workshop. A little bit about me really quickly is my name is Abby McPherson. I'm a digital media strategist and I help busy entrepreneurs such as yourself increase your brand visibility by repurposing your existing content, things that are already in existence, utilizing that to help you boost your brand visibility to give you more opportunities. All right, I'm from Georgia, United States. I'm a former physical education teacher who happened to pick up her camera and I haven't put it down since. So I now live in the United Arab Emirates. I have began my 8th year in the UAE and really enjoying my time where I became a full-time creator just 5 years ago when I left traditional education. And now I'm taking on the opportunity to not only create, but help people continuously share their message across the world and have other opportunities. All right. Sorry, let me just see it. My presentation is on top and you are on the center. Okay, so I have mine in full screen. I'm not really sure what your Zoom setup is, but just check it. If everybody else is good to go, I will continue. Okay, so let's start with this is a lead generation workshop, but we want to start off with what is a lead? A lead is anyone who shows interest in what you have to offer. These are going to be people who are wanting to either make a purchase, wanting to follow, wanting to do different things according to what you have shared that you do or what you're having to offer them. I'll give you a few examples. So, okay, so and also like where do leads come from? Leads come from content that educates, content that builds trust, and content that solves small problem. So the common denominator when it comes to leads is going to be your content. And what we're going to discover in this workshop is how we can create and repurpose content that allows us to have those leads as we continue. So leads can be different examples. It can be a new social media follower. It could be somebody who DMs you about your services or asks you a question. It could be somebody joining your email list. It could also be somebody downloading something like your lead magnet. It can be somebody who's booking a call with you or somebody who is purchasing a product. These are all different examples of leads. I put a 1 in the chat if you've ever gotten a lead from somebody saying, I got your number from so and so who says you do this. So I've had people like, oh, somebody told me that you take photos. I'd like some headshots done. Those are examples of leads, people who reach out to you to be able to obtain information or actually pay you for the services that you have. So I just wanted to establish that. Thank you all for your participation so far. So the problem that we're having is not getting enough leads, and some of those issues stem from inconsistency. We're either not posting enough. Put a 2 in the chat if you just can't keep your consistency up, if you're overwhelmed and you just can't post enough. You put a 3 in the chat if you're just overwhelmed with all the opportunities and possibilities. There's too much AI. There's too many different platforms. I don't know what to do. Put a 4 in the chat if you're just like, I don't know where to start. I have no system to be able to have the idea of where to start to be able to draw these leads on a consistent basis. Or if you have no clear funnel, I don't even know what I'm selling. Put a 5 in the chat if you're just like, I don't have a funnel. I don't even know what I want to give to people, what people will come to me to even be a lead for. These are all issues that come when it comes to us even having the idea of what we want to lead or where we want to get leads from, or we're having issues getting leads because we have these issues to begin with. So here's a solution that I'm going to offer. It's a solution. It's not the end all be all, but one of the things that we can incorporate. And that is going to be long form content, turning that into repurposed assets that will then equal leads. And remember earlier, we discussed the different type of leads that it can be. Not all leads turn into customers. Leads are just people who are showing interest. So ways that we can utilize long form content, this can be anything from video podcasts, educational videos, motivational speakers for anybody who has speaking opportunities, even coaching calls and discovery calls, things that you can record and utilize and chop up and get information from to share on your social platforms. Please just take note, Ratchet, of the people who are waving their hands, or maybe if they have a question, we'll have a Q&A at towards the end. But here's the solution. We're going to walk through it together. Qso.ai is a solution that you all can utilize when it comes to drawing leads and utilizing your long form content to be able to be consistent. And I'm going to show you a few of the ways that Qso has positioned themselves as a solution for myself and for other business owners and content, entrepreneurs to be able to help us get the leads that we are looking for. So here we go. You put your favorite emoji if you're ready to get started, and for me to show you how Qso.ai is going to help you generate more leads in your content. Let me see if you all are paying attention here. There we go. There we go. Thank you, David. Thank you, Corshawn Frankie. There we go. I don't even want to mispronounce some names, but I see you, Elle. What's going on? Good to see you. Excellent. All right, so here we go. So we're going to create and repurpose content. Qso.ai gives us the opportunity to be able to do that. They have a number of different ways that we can manipulate our content, everything from adding captions to being able to generate AI scripts. And my favorite is being able to get repurposed content or suggestions from long form content, creating short form clips. Right. So I'm going to just discuss with you all some of the main features that I enjoy about this particular platform, but I already know there's so much more in here, but I want to bring some things to your attention that you can start utilizing today. The first thing is going to be once you select to be able to create clips or generate clips, they give you the opportunity to generate multiple clips. If you can see this here, this gave me over 20 clips from a podcast that I did, which was just about, 50 minutes long, and I have a number of different things that I can use. They also give me a virality score. Like this clip can continue to resonate with your particular audience, but I have so many suggestions that I can utilize and go right from here. So first of all, uploading long form content helps you get many different opportunities to have short form clip suggestions, but it doesn't just stop there. You can utilize the vertical short form content, but there's also what I would like to call a medium form where you get chapter suggestions. Well, they'll take chunks of different time periods from maybe the 3 to 5 minutes in length and sometimes even 10-minute in length sections from your long form video that you can utilize for platforms like LinkedIn, YouTube, and all of those certain things. So maybe you've done a workshop or something like that, and you put it inside of this system and it suggests a certain 3 to 5 minute portion that you can manipulate. So now you have a short form, a selection of short form, a selection of medium form, but it doesn't just stop there. The other way that I like to manipulate this in particular is the different aspect ratios or sizes that you can get. And if you look inside of Qso.ai, they also will tell you which platforms this is best for. We know for vertical formats, we'll use the Instagram and TikTok, but we also have Square, which can work great for platforms like LinkedIn. So you can look and see the different types of formats that you can get to create different things. I use many of them for LinkedIn, maybe for emails, for social media, and so on and so forth. But these are just different types of ways that we can manipulate all of the suggestions that we have to not just share maybe the same clip on all platforms, but to share it in different places. So make sure that you're taking the opportunity, and it's a seamless, it's a drop down button. So you can take the first one if you like it, or maybe even the fifth one, and you can export it in different aspect ratios or sizes to that's most suitable for the platform of choice that you have, or just share the same one. So do not miss that opportunity to just transfer it to another size. And this is all right inside of even one platform. I'm going to show you a couple of different screens, but just in the initial interface, interacting with the long form content, there's so much potential. So let's go on to the next thing here. The next one, which is another one of my favorites, is its ability to give you the transcription. The transcription to any and every piece of content that you have is gold. A lot of people overlook the transcription and fail to realize how many things you can actually do with it. So, for instance, just in this particular short form clip, is give me the transcription. One of the things that I do with this is I would copy it I can take it over to another platform such as ChatGPT and continue to build off of this information. Maybe I want to do an email, a newsletter. Maybe I want to make a quote. Maybe I want to get some, some threads or some things that I can post on X based off the actual topic or topics that are in this clip in particular. So give me a 1 in the chat if you've ever even seen this feature right here for transcriptions, and if you've used it, if you use transcriptions at all. 1 in the chat if you've seen it, and then give me a 2 in the chat if you actually use your transcriptions for anything. Shout out to you all who are actually using it and for who recognize this right here. Yes, for YouTube. So this is great to be able to take this as well. You can utilize ChatGPT to be able to create a YouTube description as well. So do not overlook the transcription part. This is very key and important that you can utilize for all of the different content that's suggested to be able to share more information. Now, there's also a ton of different templates and ones that you can share to kind of customize it to make this journey even simpler or easier. So you can go through it faster by utilizing templates to export. A lot of the templates just have some pretty cool looking captions and things of that nature. Maybe you can add your logo or things, but these are just awesome features that you can utilize to help speed up this particular process after you've reviewed the clip and you want to move it forward further. So just point of reference, you can change the aspect ratio and you can add a template that will give you captions, and you can export this before you even go to the edit tab. You can handle everything right here, from selection to size to to actual overlays or templates, and you can just download it from right here or schedule it to go out right from here before you even go to editing. Yes, thank you so much for that, David. Yes, your transcript also helps with SEO. So being able to utilize this to also get keywords from ChatGPT to be able to position yourself for SEO. I see people have questions up. Please keep it your question in mind, and towards the end we'll do a Q&A where I'll be happy to answer anybody's questions, but I do see you. All right, so put a 0 in the chat if you have ever used Vidi. And put a 5 in the chat if I've never heard of it before in my life. 0 if you've used it. 5, never heard of it. What the heck is Vidi? Let alone what the heck is Vidi 2.0? Awesome. I'm so excited that some of you have never heard of Vidi, because this right here is a secret weapon that is available right inside of Quso.ai for you all. So if you looked here, a lot of people don't even recognize it, but Vidi's right here. And what Vidi does is it allows you to communicate with the actual video content. So it is another AI integrated feature of it that allows you to talk to an AI, in a sense, interface only about the topic of the video that you're on. All right. So imagine I'm talking about this particular video right here, and I can come to video and I can say, give me 2 thread posts or give me show notes. So even though we can get the transcript like we talked about before, so now we don't even have to leave to go to ChatGPT, because there's an element right inside where we can continue to get that particular information and just talk directly to this interface about our video and keep it right on the platform. So that is an added bonus that you all can utilize, because now it's not pulling from all corners of the internet. You can talk to it right from here. So this is just a screenshot, an example of me talking to Vidi and being able to get additional content within the context of what I'm actually doing. So I was able to generate some threads that was about my actual video instead of having to give it context or having to copy and paste a transcript or anything of that nature. So that is a really cool feature that a lot of people miss because they don't necessarily utilize all the features that are on the side here. So next time you have that opportunity, check out Vidi and talk to it, interact with it to be able to get content that is relevant to what you are trying to produce. All right. And so we've gone through Vidi, so that's great. So now we're in that editing feature. So just in case you don't know how to get here, where I'm about to go right now is if I chose this clip and I pressed edit, there is also an editing feature where you can further edit and customize your videos. And that is what this particular page is looking like. There's a number of different things that you can do, but one of the things I enjoy the most, what I enjoy the most is the actual descriptions. So this is another opportunity for you to generate content or captions that are relevant to the actual platform that you're on. So you can clip this right here after you've customized it in any way that you have chosen to, and you can continue to share your message and get the help of AI and the Qso interface to get information that you can utilize in your captions, in your show notes, in your descriptions, and so on and so forth. All right. And then you have all of this information. You have the opportunity to not only download, but you can also schedule and publish the content that you create right inside of Vidi, right? So you can, right inside of Qso.ai. So it gives you the opportunity to upload your content, to give you relevant clips that you can repurpose online, to be able to customize it further when it comes to different captions that you want on screen. You can add things like music, you can add B-roll and things of that nature. And then to top it all off, you can either download it or you can schedule and publish it right inside of the platform. So I'm going to take a quick deep breath, give you all the breakdown of what you can continue to do with this, and then share a little bit more information. So the breakdown, once again, you can go from long form content. Now, long form content can be, it doesn't have to be a YouTube video. It could be something like a Zoom call. It can be you sitting in front of your phone and talking for 3 to 5 minutes. So long form content to me is anything over 90 seconds. So it can be an interview. You can do long form content by utilizing things like AI and using the chat feature on ChatGPT to say, hey, ask me 5 questions about my niche, and you answer it on camera. You take that long form content and you can use Qso.ai to create short form clips that you can post on social media. You can then also take the context from that video and from the clips to create things like quotes, carousels, emails, and threads, right? And then we utilize this platform further to be able to post and schedule it on social media. We use the opportunity from being consistent online to be able to engage with our audience. And then we do things like share our offerings and events from those engaged audiences, which are the leads that we're going to have. And then we share our offerings with them and repeat this consistently in hopes of being able to convert them into customers and be able to earn additional income from our efforts. And Qso.ai helps us navigate that almost seamlessly with each effort that we have to produce long form content. Now, once again, for my visual people, because I'm definitely a visual person, so I had the words up there. So here's another way that it can look. It can look like a YouTube video that we put inside of Qso.ai, which can generate short form clips for us, give us the inspiration for our carousels, or we can communicate directly with Vidi to get information that can go on the carousels. We can then also be able to generate images. And there was another workshop that was done amazingly, where we were shown how to utilize that information to, hey, whoever's doing that, I see you, but there's going to be a Q&A at the end. So give me a moment and we got you. Okay, so we're going to have we can generate graphics and everything like that utilizing ChatGPT and also emails. So there's also, we can utilize Qso.ai to be able to utilize, hey, Ratchet, can you please help this individual or put them in the waiting room so they can stop disturbing the chat? That would be very helpful for me. Sorry, we can utilize Qso.ai to be able to post on platforms like Instagram, TikTok, LinkedIn, Facebook, Threads, X, and Pinterest. So this is just a visual representation of all the things that we can utilize and use through Qso.ai. Okay. So, and then also just to let you know that they can help you also schedule as well. You can link all of these platforms inside of the particular platform to be able to schedule and post all of the content that you can create right inside that platform. All right. So I know I've said a lot over this next time, but I wanted to make sure I gave you all enough time to answer questions and I can do further demonstrations. So now is the appropriate time to do Q&A. All right, so here's a couple ways that we can do it. So you can either put a Q in front of your question inside of the chat, and I can acknowledge that. And then, Ratchet, you can let me know how else you want to lead this particular Q&A, and we can go through it that way as well.
Perfect. Yeah. That was very interesting. I know like a lot of like people have a lot of questions here. I could see it in the chat, but I also see that there was one miscreant here who's tried to like sabotage our chat here. I'm sorry guys, but I had to like kick him out. But that's it. In the Q&A, first question that we have is comparing Quso.ai and Opus Clip and Descript, which is better? Okay, I'll go first, and then Abby can also talk about it as well from an outer perspective, from an internal perspective that I can tell you that I've been like working at Quso.ai. One of the major differences is not just around like so. For example, when you look at Descript is being made as a no-code video editing platform, whereas Opus Clip is just into long to short. Whereas Quso.ai is more into AI video repurposing that has the capabilities of Descript as well, that has the capabilities of Opus Clip as well, but also adds on with Vidi what Abby has already like shown you, wherein you're not just creating clips, but you're creating other types of content as well out of it. So that's the major difference that we have built over time. But Abby, would love to like hear it from you as well.
No problem. And the cool thing is that I've used all of these platforms, and I'm a big fan of Descript as well. So don't get me wrong. There's lots of different programs, but what keeps me coming back to QSO is that it is an ecosystem. It is an interface to where I can come and say, here's my video. Let us create multiple things together and be able to have that AI like integration to say that I can continue this conversation from here. And other platforms, I might have to literally export the transcript or transcribe it in an entirely different system to be able to have that back and forth. But being able to generate, edit, and also create, different pieces of information from one platform is super helpful. So I don't necessarily have to leave Vidi. I don't have to leave QSO in order to create those different pieces of content. And I can manipulate things accordingly for the outputs that I want.
Perfect. Another question that we have, wondering how posting from this third-party software affects the algorithm pushing out our content. Abby, would you want to like answer that? How social media management tools work?
So listen, there is speculation from anywhere and everywhere. My biggest thing when it comes to myself and when it comes to my client is consistency. It is actually getting the content on the platform for people to be able to see, to witness, to interact with. So we get caught up in these algorithms that change literally every single day, and we get caught up in what the reach may or may not be, and we miss the point of actually being visible. So I would say forget the algorithm because none of us are going to nail it, and be present, be consistent, post and share your information so that when people do find you, you have evidence of work that they can continue to interact with and be able to become a lead and hopefully a converting customer for you.
Okay. David here is saying that could you spend some time with the scheduling feature, please? So we can make content, set it for automatic postings for the week or month. David, what I can do for you here is I'll post this workshop. I'll also share some tutorials around Qso.ai, how you can use the scheduling feature as well. So that will help you understand more about it. Another question that we have from Rebecca here is how long of a video can it take? I would like to upload my 3-hour virtual presentation mastery seminar to get repurposed clips. Rebecca, you're most welcome. Go ahead, upload it, and it will help you out there. But over to you, Abby. How have you utilized it?
I have hours and hours and hours and hours of content that is inside of QSO. My longest video that I've put in here is just over 3 hours. So the platform can definitely handle large quantities and different types of content. So I have everything from podcasts to like my longest video is a compilation of YouTube videos that are all tutorials that I put in there to be able to get, ideas for clips that I can utilize. So, and things like that, discovery calls, coaching calls. So it is a very robust system to be able to accept video. So, it can even take the link from your YouTube videos and utilize that, or you can upload it natively into the website or the platform to be able to get those repurposed clips as well. So it is a system that can manage that well.
Perfect. I hope, Rebecca, that answers your question. Frankie here says, wish next time we just take the app for a run and see how it works. Frankie, you're in for a ride. We have still some time to like go and we'll be like diving into it. So anybody who is thinking that this is the end of the workshop, you're just half the way around here. We are going to like dive into the platform as well. If you have certain aspects that you want to like look into, and you'll be able to like find it out as well. So the first part of this workshop was more about how Abby is utilizing it and how you can build your own systems around it. But we'll do a run through as well. Darlene says he normally does just that, walk you through how the system works as he's creating the clips and scheduling. Darlene has attended one of my workshops and knows the drill here. But of course, we are in here for a ride as well. Abby is going to like show her works, like her outlook of Quso.ai as well. Already, like she has shown the screenshots though, but we can dive into it as well. I hope that is
Hmm.
fine, Abby.
Yeah, that's fine with me.
Okay. Maureen here is asking, will you show us how you add B-roll or stock video integration into your existing long-form video clips? Definitely, in the editor itself, it's there. And when we dive into it, we'll show you where to find it as well. Claire here has a very broader question here. Abby, where do you get your ideas for topics for your video content? Anything on that, like that you have?
Yeah, sure thing. So a lot of it comes from questions just like this. So you want to utilize your audience as well to ask them questions or even take the position of your actual audience. And let's think about it in this simplest form. So Sean Cannell has said the biggest market is the beginner market. So a lot of times what happens when we go to our content is we start overthinking, which is why I wanted to share this workshop on just a basic level as well, because of all of there's many possibilities and the way that I like to utilize and manipulate things. So when it comes to being able to generate ideas, I want you to think about the person who's never heard of anything. So even like you all joined this workshop about leads, I literally told you all what a lead is in the event that you were unfamiliar with it. So let's think about those almost elementary level questions that people can have and allow that to be the inspiration that people have, because you're going to have a lot of people who are just starting out or people who need to relearn the information that you're sharing. So that's what I would just say: simplify it, simplify it, simplify it, and answer those questions that they have and allow your audience to continue to navigate what you continue to create in the future.
Perfect. Another question from Darlene here is, can you also send a tutorial on how to change the clips created in case the clip is not stopped in the right spot? Darlene, there is a feature called custom clip within Quso.ai, wherein if you want to like create your own clip, you can do that. If you don't like any of the clips that AI has generated, you can do that. Otherwise, as well in the editor, you can extend or reduce the stop where the AI has done their work. What is the cost associated with using this application to repurpose content? Caution, you can always go to the upgrade button on it and you will find out what all prices are there. But to begin with, you get 75 free credits to be able to like utilize AI clips feature. Other features such as social media management are paid for, but other everything else related to AI clips you can still experience for free. Okay, there are two, three more questions, and then we can dive into the workshop again. Sawe here says, how accurate is the clip generator for videos with heavy accents or technical jargon? Can I see sample outputs for similar content? Sawe, I would suggest that if you have a certain video, just go ahead, upload it, and try it for yourself rather than just hearing it from me or Abby. It would be better that if you experience it. What do you think, Abby?
I think that's the greatest way to be able to play around the platform, especially since you all have an awesome free offer. It's not, any harm to them to be able to upload that clip to see, or upload that video to see how, if it is accuracy, or if it is in terms of what they actually share, that's going to be valuable. But yeah, experimenting with these platforms, that's how I ran across this one. I experimented, I liked it, and they kept on stacking features. So that's why I'm still here today.
Another question from Savi here is again, how does it handle bulk uploads of 10 plus long video? What's the max video length without performance drops? Savi, like in terms of like importing your videos, it's going to handle pretty much smoothly. Nothing like drops off anything. Uh, but because if you're on a free plan, you will have like certain limits of credits, 75 credits, as I said. You will have like limited credits of those. Each credit is like 1 minute of upload of your video. So if you have about like 75 minutes of content, you can upload it all together as well. It will take some time if you're on a free plan, but if you're on a paid plan, there is no performance drop at all.
And what I like as well is that even if it is a longer video, the platform warns you like, hey, you're going to be using this many credits when it comes to uploading that information. And it's a very fair system when it comes to how much credits you utilize on each particular upload. So
Cool. Just the last question, Abby, and then we can dive into the live workflows. Kyron here is asking pros and cons of having two subscriptions, Descript and QSO. I'll let you answer that.
there are no, I mean, the pro is that you have two awesome platforms. The con is that you're spending double the money. So it's just like, unless you're using one free version of the other one and paying for the other one. So it just depends on what I'm trying to accomplish. And the platform that's going to get me there the fastest is what I'm going to utilize. But this has been a solid platform that I utilize on the regular to be able to get either, I like the person who asked earlier as well, where do I generate ideas? I also utilize QSO to generate more ideas because the AI picks interesting parts to be able to highlight. So if I listen to it, I'll be like, I didn't know I said that, or this person said that. That's an interesting thing to continue to build upon. So it's also a nice way to generate additional ideas or to see what you can share or break down further to be able to provide for your audience.
Perfect. We can dive in. For others, if you still have questions, you can keep dropping it in the chat. I will try to like answer my best in the chat itself. And then we can do another round of like Q&A for 5 minutes at the end of this workshop.
Awesome. I'm not sure exactly what somebody wants to share or see, but if you can give me a couple ideas, I'd be happy to kind of just take you through a particular project that I have um and manipulate some different pieces of content, or I mean sharing what just shared recently. So let me just move some things around. One moment. Then I'll share my screen. Share. All right, so I'm gonna share which screen. That's what happens when you have too many screens open. Desktop one. Okay, excellent. Mute this. Make this large. Okay, give me a one in the chat if you can see my screen. Excellent. Thank you so much. Okay. So here is one of the clips that I was telling you about where I did a podcast and I just recorded myself and put it in here to see what kind of clips I can get. So that's one of the things I do very often. If I have things like this, like I'm recording myself right now. And can you guess what I'm going to do with this recording when I'm done? That's right. I'm going to drop it right inside of Quso.ai so I can see different places where I might have been saying some awesome things that I can clip up and post on my social media channels. So as I was saying before, just make sure that you all can see my mouse all right. Okay, as I was saying before, you can upload this. This is just about 50 minutes of the information, and I have scores from 80 all the way down to 70. And these clips are going to be anywhere from probably, 30 to 90 seconds long. But these are the short form clips, okay? And I don't know if I'm sharing my sound, but we probably don't need to hear it anyway. But you can see that it's probably running a little slow because I got a lot of screens open. But that people have been hitting on, it will already kind of give me an idea of what type of captions can be on it. I can like this so I can know that in the future that this is the one that I liked and I want to be able to see it later on, because of there's so many suggestions, you might lose things. So once you review it, you must review things, okay? You must review things, and if you like it, you're going to go ahead and say that. Or if you don't like it, you can communicate with the platform and it will, continue to become more intelligent to share better resources in the future. Okay, so as I was saying before, you can further edit, you can download it as is if you're happy with it. You can share it, and this can be shared to on social media to be able to publish further on what your platform of choice. I showed you the transcripts here, and then also here is where you can utilize save templates, and they give you a lot of different templates. So you can either find something that you like, that is your go-to, and that just kind of helps speed up your workflow. And this right here, you can rename it, right? Or you can just delete it altogether. So that is more in the short form. But then also I showed you all earlier just a different aspect ratios, landscape for things like YouTube, portrait for short form content. If you have a multiple person or two person podcast, you can do split screen, square 1-to-1. And then they also have great like AI opportunities, cut magic that will kind of just cut up things differently, removing silences and fillers, and all of these things. Like I constantly come to Quso and always see them upgrading their software and making things more convenient for us. All right. And here's that custom clip that Roger was sharing earlier, where you can continue to create from specific timestamps that you've seen or create from a transcript. So that is where you can kind of play around with that. There's no one way to do anything in this particular platform. You kind of find your own groove and create with that in mind. So showed you again the chapters. You can like them again, but you can see that this one is like a 2-minute one. This one might be a little bit longer, possibly around 5 minutes. And you have all those same opportunities like we do in the short form version, and also the ability to manipulate the size. Okay. You'll be able to see all of the things that you've downloaded in case you need to reference it again in the future and download it once more, or the drafts that you've been working on. And then we have right here the Vidi. So when you've already started your conversation with video, you can just continue it as needed. So I can say, please share 3 real ideas that I can create from this podcast. So, same thing. If you need additional ideas, you can ask. It can generate more of a conversation for you to be able to share additional things that you can do. Okay. So, even scripts, visuals, sharing all these additional things that you can do, but it's a great way to just stay on topic so that you won't have to, hop platforms from here to there. How soon will you be adding that feature? It's the only reason. Okay. All right. So if I go back here and we go to the edit section, I'll walk you through some of the things I have here. So once more, there's either additional templates or different additional ways that you can be able to manipulate them, right? From different viral, modern, cool, or saved ones that you've utilized in the past. As you can see here, this particular AI video has picked multiple areas inside of the script and put it together to create a clip. So it's not all just sequential parts, which other platforms might do. They might just take a chunk, but this one utilizes its AI algorithm or whatnot to find different parts inside of the actual video clip to create a complete idea. And I love that. Also, cut magic that you can play around with as well. Subtitles, which is just, lots of different ones these particular days, and you can also correct them. So I know a lot of times if I can't find the correction thing, that frustrates me. So you can edit them, or maybe they spelled the name wrong, or you want to add an emoji. All of that stuff is there for you to be able to do. And then the effects to be able to make it look different or add different things or customizations that you want. There are times, I'll tell you all this, there are times where I'll turn off the subtitles, right? and I will use maybe in-platform ones for my algorithm people. So I will just download this right here and just use the caption feature inside of Instagram if I want some more platform points, if you will. That's another step that you can take. And you can also download that transcript, should be like I think it's like TRX or something like that, but you can utilize that by downloading that and manipulating that in other ways. There are things like elements, progress bars. You can add your own logo into here, and you can add an outro. An outro is a great way to just add some additional information for your clients or for your audience. That can be calls to actions, right? So maybe you get this thing right here and you add another screen that says, hey, comment the word such and such to be able to get so and so. So these are extra ways that you can add calls to action to be able to generate additional leads. There are things. So this is one clip that I added onto another uh video beforehand, and that I use in like the square version. So I turned it into a square, and then I put this inside of it. So for those people who are looking to make like audiograms, you can make a graphic inside of something like Canva and just add it in here. And you can also add, the captions if you want to, and utilize that as a piece of media. But if, as you can see here, I just added like a little call to action that they can utilize. So this is another way you can use this platform. Just take a graphic, turn it into an audiogram. You can add a progress bar and be able to manipulate it further from there. This was also the tab, or the that you can add images, videos, and audio, so that b-roll that somebody was asking about. And if you click up here, this little icon here, this is where you can also, if you don't want it to show throughout the whole clip, you can choose specific time frames that you can show. If you just want it to show at the end, or if you just want it to show at the beginning, here's how you can manipulate it. Just unclip show for the entire duration, and you can kind of add a specific timestamp there that you want it to be shown. Okay. You can add additional text. Great for, once again, calls to action to tell people what you want them to do. You can change the background on certain things. So there's lots of customizations that you can utilize. And then here is that description button that you can utilize to generate descriptions. So I chose Instagram, generate AI description. It's going to do it for that particular actual clip and share it. I can just copy this. I can customize it any other further way that I want, but I'm not starting from ground zero, and I'm not starting from randomness. So that can be some of the issues that you can get into with other platforms that don't have the context of what you are speaking about, and the power that Vidi has, or that the Vidi as well inside of Quso.ai, to be able to have your video as context for what you want to speak about, to be able to give you good captions and descriptions that you can share across platforms. So those are just, once again, just some of the buttons that you can press to be able to get things. You can save however you've done this as a template. You can save it as a draft, which I showed you on that last one, and you can either download, publish, and schedule. So that is like inside of it. But just, this is the main feature where, once again, you can create AI clips and AI influencer video. You can generate captions of a short form video that's already in existence. You can generate written content from your videos, which is key. So you can either do it from this actual prompt right here, or you can also talk to Vidi from a video that you've uploaded, script to AI video edit, which I'm sure that the team at Quso have different workshops or something like that that will take you through this feature, but I just wanted to show it to you all. And yeah, I'm happy to actually answer any additional questions from what I just walked through. But as you all can see, I have a catalog of different things. There's folders and everything like that to keep you organized. But yeah.
Perfect. That was amazing, Abby. I hope now people have been able to, to like get the overview of the platform as well, how Abby is utilizing it. But I would expect every one of you, whoever is new to this, try experiencing it first. And just because you are in here till the end, you're in for a surprise. We'll share the recording of this workshop as well. And I'll be like sharing a one-time coupon code for you all to be able to like experience. If you like it and if you want to like purchase it, you don't have to pay the whole amount that is shown to you. Because you're in the workshop, because you have spent so much time with us, we're going to like share a coupon code, post this workshop so that you can upgrade for a lesser amount. That is what is shown to you. Okay, perfect. Now, any other question, if you have, we have 10 more minutes that we can look into, and you can ask Abby or me, and we can go about it. But there's one more thing. If you still want a really personalized opinion, Abby also does like handed experiences. So you can share your screen, Abby, and show us like the QR code for people to like scan. Uh, or you can go to Abby's Instagram and DM her the word audit. So she will audit your whole content that you have. She will recommend personalized repurposing strategies. Okay? You can go
Yes, yes.
ahead.
Thank you so much.
Yeah. Sorry, Abby.
No, no, you're fine though. That's absolutely right. So if you DM me the word audit at AbbyTeachingAfar, I have a custom like AI tool that you all can utilize. I utilize it through ChatGPT, but through this awesome opportunity to be able to repurpose content, I will suggest through this particular GPT 10 ways that you can utilize your content. So it's very similar to what QSO already does, and I have different, tutorials and things of that nature that will walk you through it. So QSO is your first stop. I'll say that QSO is your first stop. And then also, if you need additional strategies or you want to be able to do things in a different way or learn more of the how to do other things or manipulate things yourself, these tutorials for you will be very helpful to be able to help you consistently show up online. So feel free to utilize this particular resource. And thank you so much, even for your time and the questions that you all been asking. They have been awesome. And I truly believe that this will help you generate additional leads if you learn how to be more consistent and repurpose your existing content with intention.
Perfect. Uh, Over to the audience now. If you have any further questions, would love to like take that. And if you don't have any, then one question that I usually ask, like while ending the workshops, is what did your experience look like? Of course, there will be a feedback form that will be like sent to you for us to like get better, to be able to like curate these workshops in a much better manner in the future. But right now, if you were to like rate us out of five, and five being the best, one being the lowest, what would you rate? Sheriman says five. That's amazing. Others, okay, I can see three, five, four, fives pouring in. A lot of like fives are pouring in. Okay. Rebecca says three, four. Rebecca is uh how a lot to like learn as well. Okay. Amazing. I can see a lot of like fours, fives. Amazing. Any other question that you guys might have? Sergio, where's the coupon? So anyone who is still here, the coupons will be shared in the emails that you will get. So post this workshop in a day's time. You will get the recording of the workshop as well, and you will get the coupon code as well, which will be valid for like 1 day only. Uh, because it is a limited time coupon because you have attended this workshop. So it's just limited to you guys. So we'll share that and then you can utilize it and go about it.
I do have one ask. I have one ask, if you don't mind, for the folks who are watching and who are on social media or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. I'd love for you to just take a quick picture. I'm going to smile in a minute, so don't take a picture of me looking crazy. I'm going to smile in a minute, and I'd love for you just to share a story and maybe a key insight, or maybe you can ask an additional question, and I'll be happy over the next 24 hours to answer additional questions in my stories. So if I know the answer, I'll answer it. So just go ahead. You can take a picture of me in a second. Hold on. Take a picture of me in a second. I want you to tag myself and tag Qso.ai. And so you can either give me a takeaway or an additional question, and one of us will answer in the stories. Is that okay with you, Ratchet?
It's fine.
Awesome. Okay. All right. We're both going to smile on three. Are you ready? Here we go. One, two, three. All right, I hope you all got a good picture of me. So that is my promise to you. If you all either take a picture of me, you can share some feedback, or you can ask an additional question, and I'll be happy to answer that in the stories. If I have an answer, or if not, our friends at Quso will continue to answer that for you all. Oh, smile again. I got, thank you, David. Thank you. Here you go. One, two, three. Awesome. Awesome. I hope that works. If not, then my man. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you so much, guys, for joining in. I wish you all the best with your content creation journeys, with your social media journeys. Keep utilizing the strategies that we keep sharing. Keep smiling. Have a good day ahead and create best content out there in the world. Thank you so much, Abby, once again for joining here and taking us through the workshop. That was really exciting to have you here. And I'm really glad again. Like it just worked out in one call. So more to us, like and more to you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate the opportunity. I hope to hear from you all a little bit later. And it's getting late over here on my side of town. But thank you so much once again for the opportunity. Look forward to connecting with you all more in the future.
Perfect. Thank you. Bye bye. Take care, guys.